Hi, this is Mrs. Walsh, Lincoln's LRC Director and Librarian. Today I wanted to show you how you can check your student's account for what books they may have checked out. I'd like to specially emphasize that our collection does contain young adult titles. Young adult titles often feature more mature themes, language, and situations. You, as your student's parent or guardian, may want to initiate a conversation with your child or student about the books that they've chosen in Lincoln's collection. To do this, I'll show you now. First, on the Student Start page, you'll find the ClassLink Launchpad. Click on the ClassLink Launchpad. When you go in, you sign in with your child's Google account. Here, you will see different apps. Scroll down to the Lincoln LRC app. First, we want to click on the app, and this is our student, Christian Nava. To show you what this would look like, I'll log out. The books that you will see are only illustrative. These are not actually books, with the exception of Tangerine that Christian has checked out. So here you can see that I will go into Christian's account and it says, "Welcome Christian to Lincoln Middle School." So if this pops up, you will know that this is then your student. So you want to look right here and make sure that it does give you your student's name. Go to the upper left-hand side and you should see 3 bars up there. On the right-hand side, this is where your student would log in. So I'm going to log out so you can see one more time what this would look like. So if we log in, we put in your student's first part of their Gmail, we put in their password, and then we submit. And if all of that has been done correctly, you then should see your student's name up here. So just to make sure that everybody can see that, you're looking for the name of your student up here. Over here, you'll see 3 bars. You want to go into your student's checkout page. And here you will see 3 books that are featured. This book here, Tangerine, is a class novel for 7th graders. The 2 other books that you see, this one, The Hate You Give, is a young adult title. This one over here is Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. This is actually an adult title that has been very popular with young adults. This also was featured as a community read in Mount Prospect through Suburban Mosaic. So let's say that your child has checked out these 2 books. As I said previously, these are only illustrative. These are not actual books that Christian has checked out. These are just for illustrative purposes only. So the first book we're going to look for is The Hate You Give. So if I click on that book, I can see a description of the book. I can see any reviews on the book. You can see that there are a number of really great reviews on this book. So let me just show you all of these. Whoops, just trying to circle them. But this has received an exceptional number of positive reviews from very reliable and vetted sources. You can see up here that this is not a very advanced reading level. It's only a 3.9, which makes it about a 4th grade reading level. And you can also see that it is young adult, which means it will contain more mature themes, language, and situations. You can click on reviews, see what other people have said about it. You can explore what subjects are mentioned in here. All right. Another tool you can use is called Common Sense Media. So here in Common Sense Media, if I do type in The Hate You Give, it will actually provide me with information about the movie. And you can see there's a movie icon up here. And there also is the book. I'm interested in the book, so that's what I'm going to be looking at first. Here you can see that it says that parents say that this is an appropriate book for students 14 years and up, based on 42 reviews. Kids say it's appropriate for 13 years and up. And you can also look at what is the educational value according to parents, how much violence is in the book, consumerism, positive messages, sex, drinking, drugs, and smoking, positive role models and representations, and language. And you can click on those and find out more. It also has what parents need to know. So up here in this section, you can see it says what parents need to know about the book. Um, there also are user reviews, parents, what they say, what kids say, what's the background of the story, is it any good, what you as a parent or guardian can facilitate as a discussion, as a family or one on one, and some book details. So there's a lot of information in there on Common Sense Media about this particular book, The Hate You Give. We also can look at the other book that I had, which was Born a Crime by Trevor Noah, who is on TV. It's his life about growing up in South Africa. This is actually the children's version. So you can look here. Another option you have is to look at your local public library. So if I click on the Mount Prospect Public Library and I say I would like to see um, The Hate You Give, and I want to see what is out there at the public library about The Hate You Give, I can actually just go right here and you'll see that's the DVD, Blu-ray. That's not what I'm looking for though. I'm actually looking for the book. And you can see this is a very popular book. All copies have been checked out. You can see one copy is being held there. If your child likes audiobooks, you can see there is an audiobook option. There is an ebook option of this book. So there are a number of sources of this book, depending on what your child and what their learning style is. So if we go in here, it tells us that it has won an award, the Michael L. Prince Award for Excellence in Young Adult Literature Honor Book. We have a summary here. We have subjects. And if we want even more information, if you click here on more information, here again, it's telling you the various options you have to access this book. It tells you the main character's name is Star Carter and her occupation, attributes of Star Carter, what type of genre this is, what topics are broached in The Hate You Give. It's all here. Also, you have a number of awards that this book has received, and this book has received a number of prestigious awards, which if you're interested in finding out more, you can definitely click on these to find out why this particular book was nominated for these prestigious awards. You do have down here more information, professional reviews on The Hate You Give. So there's a lot of information there. There are even other books that may be related to this topic. All right. The other book that we talked a little bit about was Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. So we can put that one in. And here again, it shows the various options that you have. As I said, this was at one time a Suburban Mosaic recommended community read. So here you can see this is actually for young readers. This is the adapted for young readers stories from a South African childhood. So they took out some of the more mature content from his original autobiography. But as you can see, this is a fairly popular book. and it isn't an adult nonfiction book, but it has been very popular amongst our young adult readers. So again, you can click up here on Born a Crime, Stories from a South African Childhood, and it will give you a summary. It will give you more information about the book, the different formats that it is available in, who is the main character. Well, it is the autobiography of Trevor Noah. It tells you more about his occupation. It tells you more about attributes about him, where he was born, the genre or genres that are covered, the topics that are in there. So it gives you a lot of information and all the awards it's received, a summary of the book. As you can see, once again, this is not a very high level read, but it does get into a lot of content about what was apartheid in South Africa, what why did they have the separation of blacks and whites in South Africa? How did that affect Trevor Noah's education? How did that affect his childhood, his after school success? You know, where was he able to go from there? So there's a lot of interesting content in this book. So once again, if you would like to see what your child has checked out from Lincoln's Library, just to remind you one more time, you just have to go to the Student Start page, which looks like this. Here's your Student Start page. Go into the ClassLink Launchpad. Find the LRC app. There's the folder right there. Click on Destiny Discover. Over here in the upper left-hand corner, once you've checked in, once you've logged in over here, so you do want to make sure you're logged in. You do want to make sure it has your student's name so that you're in the right account. And then over here, you'll see under checkouts what books your child has checked out from Lincoln's Library. All right, thank you so much. And if you ever have any questions regarding the books your child is interested in reading, feel free to reach out to me at mwalsh@d57.org. That's mwalsh@d57.org. Thanks so much.